when we're doing these jobs, when we're producing, we don't imagine that that quality of work is going to be something we're judged for the next few months or the next few years to come. And sometimes that is the case. We are judged by that.
Welcome to Exquisite Nation.
Good morning, guys. This is Maddie Q from Exquisite Nation, bringing you another motivational morning speech. Today we are focused on taking pride in your work. A lot of us work, a lot of us have side hustles, side jobs. Some of us are entrepreneurs. So I want to talk about the quality of your work. This is what really sets you apart from other people, is when you are putting quality into your work, putting those fine touches, those finishing touches onto your work, and it will show that you really care for what you do. It will help you take your work to the next level, whatever that is, or take your business to the next level, and that can make a big difference in how much money you make. So a lot of times we see people throwing things together, especially with repairs. And if you're working on someone's, home or their yard, and you don't do a good job, they're not going to want you to come back. They're not recommending you to their friends. This happened to me. I had someone do yard work for me, and they did a very poor job, and I just never called them back again. Found someone recently who did a good job. They'll probably get a call back. So a lot of times you're stopping your business, and a lot of you do it just so you can be cheaper. When it's your own business, you want to be cheaper than a competition. But a lot of times people will appreciate you more if you just charge a little bit more to do the quality job versus charging less and doing a crappy job. So just be realistic. Treat, especially when it comes to people's homes, or some of you are in like a sector where you're working with people themselves, and when it's that personal, you should really take pride in your work and give people the quality they want. Now, some of you are at work where it's not personal, it's not affecting someone's individual life, and you still should want to take pride in your work because that job is representing you. You don't want people to look at some crappy work and say, oh yeah, I know such and such did this, because they're always doing crappy work. You don't want that being associated with your name. All that negative energy thrown your way when people think about you, and a lot of times you'll get the blame for stuff that you didn't even do just because you're known for doing crappy work at your job. So try to step it up a notch, put some quality in it. When you're doing this work, make sure it's something that you're not ashamed to have associated with your name, because that is pretty much what's going to happen once you get known for doing a crappy job or a neat job. So I've done a few neat jobs at work, and people will look at it and they'll say, well, we always know you did this because you do things a certain way. It's always neat. It's always, straight and looking a certain way. So we know you did it. And that's how people come and they approach me. And it's a good feeling. And sometimes, there have been times when it wasn't me. Someone else did that neat job, but because I'm known for doing a neat job, I'm getting that credit. So it goes both ways. I will correct them and say, yeah, I didn't do that, even though it looks good. But it goes both ways. And a lot of times when you're correcting people about a crappy job, just because you're known for doing a crappy job, they're not even going to believe you. They're going to be like, yeah, you did this. You're just lying. You did it. They're not going to trust you. People trust you more when you do quality work. Because when I'm telling people, oh yeah, that looks good, but I didn't do it, they're going to believe me. I'm more trustworthy because of that. So just remember that this work, it's something you're producing. It's something you're creating. It's building a name for yourself. It's building a reputation for yourself. And a lot of times the way you do things is the way you do everything. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. You get into the habit of doing things, just slapping things together all willy-nilly, and you just start doing that in other areas of your life. I've noticed this a lot with different people. They get into the habit of just doing things half-heartedly or sloppily, and it leaches into the rest of their lives. Like other areas of their life, they are doing the same quality of work, even when it's stuff that should matter, stuff that's strictly for themselves. So that should matter, but because they're just in the habit of doing poor quality work, they're doing it even when it's something that's for themselves. So just get into the habit of adding that quality. It just makes such a big difference. And you'll see once you start adding quality to the things that you do, you're doing it in other areas of your life too. When it's, your business, your work, when you're doing things that are just for yourself, that quality is there. It's not just something that's thrown together, and you'll start seeing more results in your life with the things that you're trying to manifest. Measure what you're doing. Write down what you're doing. A lot of times we're not aware of how we're doing things. We're not aware of these patterns where we are going through life in a fog, in a haze, and we're just doing things on repeat. We're producing poor quality work on repeat, and we're not aware of it because we're just floating through. We're waiting for the weekend. We're waiting for when we're off and when we can go play video games or binge watch the hot new series on that streaming service we're subscribed to. So a lot of times we're not even aware of how often we're producing poor quality work until we start writing it down. And you go through your journal and you review, and you're like, oh wow, last month, 20 days, out of the 30 days, I was getting told that my quality of work is poor by my boss and my coworkers, and didn't realize it was going on that often, because these days are on repeat a lot of times, and it's easy to underestimate how much time has passed. It'll feel like a week, and when things are happening the same way every day, nothing new's coming up, you're getting told your work is looking like crap every day, it just feels like, okay, it's been a couple of weeks, and you'll look back, oh no, this has been going on for 2 to 3 months. What's going on with me? What can I change? Take notes. Even when you're doing good, look for ways to be better. That is something I do. It doesn't have to be aggressive. It can be gradual. You change one small detail this week or this month, and then next week or next month you work on another small detail that you can improve on. It does not have to be something drastic. It doesn't have to be 100 things that you change. Just make this incremental, small steps, small changes to improve yourself, and eventually you'll go from producing poor quality work to high quality work. that's all I wanted to say today, guys. Just keep this in mind. Measure yourself, journal, do those daily tasks, those daily goals, and you'll start noticing patterns within yourself, and you can correct those things that aren't resonating with the person that you want to be. Okay, it's been great. I'll be back tomorrow. Like, comment, subscribe. Manicue out.